my beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of October right through to the end of November 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your career reading. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the length of time it has taken me to get this reading to you. Unfortunately, I've been a little bit unwell. I've been in bed for the last week. All my family came down with a nasty bug. Yesterday was the first day I managed to get out of bed. That's how unwell I was. I only managed to do 1 reading, unfortunately, but I'm back today trying to get the rest of the readings out as much as possible for you all. So please bear with me and let's get straight to it. The first pile is going to be your pile. Second pile is anything that's working against you, anything that you feel has been blocking you or you feel has been in some way delaying you from your goals. And the last pile is your unified energy, how things are going to work out for you, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding their career? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of, okay? Now, of course, we have a new moon eclipse on the 25th of October. It's in the sign of Scorpio. And this can bring some uncertainty, okay? It can bring some shocking changes. Whenever we approach an eclipse, it can bring sudden events. It can expose weaknesses in areas in our career where we feel unmotivated or there feels like something's missing, whether it is a skill that we need or some sort of knowledge that we need in order to move forward. It can simply mean that you want to suddenly change direction in your career as well. So let's see what's showing up for you. There's always an element of uncertainty when it comes to eclipses, of course, but this one, just after this one, there is a wonderful alignment between Mercury, the planet of communication, and Mars, the planet of action. So it does give us a chance to head in the right direction, to move forward against any obstacles that have been holding us back, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding their career? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay. So let us get straight to it. Your first card here is the World card. Now, this is your protagonist energy. So you're entering a new cycle. So some of you may get like a sudden boost of energy to get really productive on a goal. Now, this card tells me that you have a goal in sight, something that you wish to accomplish. And some of you may have already started to accomplish certain areas of that. This is an energy of, moving forward, integration, ingenuity, and, being satisfied that you're putting all your efforts into reaching your goal, okay? This is also a card of understanding your role in your position right now in your career and that you want to take things to the next level. I definitely see you leveling up with that Empress card there. There is a tower present. Now, there tends to be towers present whenever we get an eclipse, because it brings shocking changes. So let's see what it does for you. Actually see it working in your favor here, but let's see. The World card is a card of perspective as well. It's about coming into balance and realizing that we don't always have to be, how can I put that? We don't always have to feel like we have the weight of the world on our shoulders. We don't always have to feel like we're every day being a warrior, pushing forward, fighting against forces to accomplish our goal. Sometimes we need to take a step back and realize that the universe has our back and wants to bring us in the direction we want to head in the first place. So sometimes there can be a moment where you just stop and allow things to come to you. Okay, with that World card, I definitely see this energy of you accomplishing the goal. I get a little bit of perfectionism coming out here as well, my beautiful Taurians. If you tend to be the sort of person who is like, you know what, I can do this all by myself. Of course you can, but sometimes you can delegate as well. Sometimes it lightens the load. They're just giving me this energy of you don't have to carry such a heavy load sometimes, especially in your workforce, whether you work for yourself or whether you work with a team. You know, of course, you're always going to be the better person to get the job done. But sometimes there's going to be areas where you can actually delegate and say, you know what, it would be really helpful if someone could just do that little piece, you know, and piece by piece, you're going to get to the same destination. You're going to get to where you want to go. Okay, so just be a little bit mindful of perfectionism, especially if you're trying to set something up or you're trying to, you know, launch something. When we have an element of perfectionism, there can be never the right time because we never feel it's the right time. We're a workaholic. I'm getting this energy of workaholism, you know, and always feeling like, you know what, it's not quite ready. It's not quite ready. Maybe soon. But whenever we have that element deep within us, sometimes it gives us analysis paralysis. We never know when the right moment truly is because we always feel like we're not in the best state to launch something, or we never feel like we're good enough. So your guides just want you to be aware of that because they're showing me that actually you are passionate, you are talented, you have a lot of skills, you've got a lot of magnetism, you've actually got a lot of power when it comes to your career. So they want you to be aware that in your career, you're mixing things up. I see that. And you are a powerful force to be reckoned with. Okay, so your guides want you to be aware that you don't have to carry the whole load on your shoulders. With the Temperance card, this is more than just balance and patience and, you know, re-examining priorities as to where you want to go and what's your next step. This is you really cooking things up. This is you mixing things up in order to make something truly special. You are aware that you need all the ingredients to get to where you want to go, okay? And with the World card as your overarching energy, it tells me that you have all that already. I'm just going to show you that card there. You have that already within you. The World card is about completeness. It is about having every element present and accounted for as you move forward. You know, there's normally on the World card, you've got all elements, fire, earth, water, air. That represents inspiration, passion, emotions, grounding, planning, and ideas, and having a powerful voice to make yourself known, to negotiate better deals and get to where you want to go. So I definitely see you mixing things up to create some pathway forward to accomplish the goal that you've set out to, because the World card tells me you've got a goal that you want to obtain, and the Empress card tells me that all the effort, the hard work that you have already implemented so far will bear fruit. There will be reward for what you've already been working on. But with the Temperance card, I see you mixing things up, and you know, I feel also that you've been playing the long game a little bit, where you've been sort of blending things, harmonizing, you know, making sure everything's in order before you get to the next step. I don't see you trying to fast track or take any quick rich schemes, or you know, taking any risks that are not calculated. Some of you may dip your toe into some sort of new career or new element of your career, because I definitely see you exploring your options. How can I put that? There's another word that I want, Spirit, if you, because I'm channeling at the same time, but I gotta be honest, my head's a little bit fuzzy because I haven't been very well. So I really want to, Yeah, they just keep giving me explore. They keep giving me explore, explore. But there's another word for the feeling that I'm getting, so I can't quite grasp it right now. I'll always be honest and say I can't quite grasp it, but it'll come to me. I'm sure of it. But they just keep giving me in the water the word explore. So with the Queen of Wands, this is about your personal power, your personal magnetism to attract whatever it is you set out to do. But it's also you being encouraged by the universe to use your strong voice, be dedicated to your vision, because you are capable of achieving it to the highest element of all. Okay, this is also a card of inspiration. Not only are you feeling inspired over the next 4 to 5 weeks and mixing things up and seeing what works and what doesn't work, I definitely see you sort of inspiring others, so and creating really strong friendships. And you know, I feel like you're being encouraged to express yourself fully in your own unique way, because that puts you apart from everybody else. You're not like everybody else. Also, I get this energy of you setting your soul on fire, being inspired and having a lot of power, a lot of enthusiasm to forge a way, to forge a path. And I feel like, yeah, your soul's on fire and you're headed towards your happiness. Okay, I feel like nothing is going to stop you from focusing on your success and achieving it. Okay, because this card is all about attention. Your attention is where your passions are at right now, and I feel like it's helping you move towards a goal or a dream. Now the Tower is in the resistance position, so I feel because it's in the resistance position, it's like we got it in the reverse. Okay, when we get it in this position, it tends to mean that you averted some sort of disaster, or you avoided something that could have been catastrophic for your career. So for example, if you have been working for a company and they've been downsizing, perhaps, I feel like there's an element here of you avoiding that with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups. There's an energy here also of looking back at working practices, or looking back at times in work arenas where you felt happy, and I feel like that will only keep you stuck. If you're looking back at when things were different or when things were better, that will only keep you stuck. Keep looking forward, because I feel like you're not going backwards, you're going forwards, and you're headed in a really positive direction. Now the Tower can also represent, of course, and especially I need to apply this to eclipses, it can represent unexpected change, okay, or a shift. Now, because this is your resistance position, you may have had to find an alternative way of working. I mean, of course, most of us had to when it came to the pandemic. We've moved on a couple of years from that now, but still you may be rebuilding different areas or working in different ways despite chaotic situations. This card can also be that suddenly you see where you're not happy in your career. Suddenly you see where you feel exposed, or you have a weakness or something that you need to really look at, because the third eye is highlighted there. So it means sudden realizations where you may feel stuck. You suddenly want to liberate yourselves from those areas. If you've been feeling like you've been going round and round in circles in your career, but you've not been moving forward, or you've not really been feeling happy headed in the right direction, there's this element of you changing things in order to sort of like break down stagnancy so that you can come out the other side changed in a really positive transformation that sort of helps you move forward. The Tower card tends to represent like a prison type energy where we go round and round and round in circles and we feel complacent, or we feel like, okay, you know, same old day, just same old thing. So that's just what we got to do in order to pay the bills. And of course, we're grateful for the job that we've got, especially economically right now. You know, if you've got a job, it's a very positive thing, right? But I feel like, you know, you still need to be stimulated mentally and in terms of your passion. So I feel like you're trying to mix things up to make things interesting so that you keep things like fresh. I'm just getting this energy of fresh. So also, you know, externally, because I have to be honest, when I'm doing these readings, I feel the influence of external circumstances like world economics. You know, we can all feel things are changing in a very rapid way, let's put it that way. We can all sense something is afoot, and I get myself in your reading, I get myself in this sense of, you know, defending a position or putting yourself in a really good position to weather a storm. Okay, so I actually feel that you're keeping your dreams alive. You're not letting go of that. I feel like you're going to accomplish a goal and put yourself in a really good position, but I feel like you're ready to, I feel like you've already put yourself in a really good position. Okay, so some of you may be, for example, you know, protecting your finances, protecting the things that you've already worked hard for. Some of you may be reshuffling things around. Some of you may be looking at second streams of income. I just get this energy of you mixing things up to make things work in your favor, okay? But because the Tower is in the resistance position, I feel like you avert disaster, or if there is something that, for example, that can be reduced, because I get this energy of reduction with this card. I don't often get that energy, but I get this sort of energy of reduction. So some of you may be thinking about trying to find ways to work smarter, not harder, reduce your hours, but still have a steady amount of income coming in. So I definitely see you trying to change the way that you work. Let me just pull a card on that to clarify that energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? The Knight of Swords. Excuse me. The Knight of Swords is goal oriented. It is lifestyle changes. Okay, it tends to mean that you are using your mental prowess to change circumstances. You've got a different way of thinking. You're not I feel like you're broadening your perspective, you're broadening your horizon, you're responding to things or work in a different way. And I feel like you're trying to find some more time for you. There's definitely a positive outcome assured when you get this card. It tends to mean you're adapting to a new way of working, or you are trying to implement changes, cut, you know, unnecessary work hours, or cut things out that just are not in line with your goal. So I definitely, I mean, this is the most goal-oriented knight that goes after at high speed and accomplishes. Doesn't just say I'm going to do it, you actually take action and accomplish it. So I definitely see you being very brave, having that warrior, that momentum, that courage to go after whatever it is you want to accomplish. And I see you smashing it out of the park is what I see, okay? But more than anything, I see you making adjustments or making some sort of changes in your career that benefit you and your family, because we got the Ten of Cups here. So some of you may be trying to work in a way where you find more time for your family and friends, more time for enjoyment. Ten of Cups can also be that if you worked for the family business, for example, you may be making different restructure, or some of you may have had to take some time out to focus on family for a while, and I feel like then you're getting back into work. The Ten of Cups in this position with the Six of Cups here can be that you may have felt like there was a time where you really enjoyed your working practices, but things have just become a little bit humdrum now, and you're looking back at the way things were, and your guides are saying, you know, don't be looking back at the way things were. You're not headed backwards, you're headed forwards. So change the things that you can change right now and move forward from there, okay? The Six of Cups also indicates that there is a gift being offered to you in terms of your career, something you've been longing for, that you and your family are going to be very grateful for, okay? Ten of Cups is all about abundance. It's about, you know, success. But you may feel with the Six of Cups that things were better in the past. And of course, I mean, economically, when we look at things like inflation and we look at things financially, we can look back and think, yeah, they were better like a couple of months ago and a couple of years ago. We can always look back and think that things were better then. But it's best to be very clear about where we're at right now and make the now work so that you can move forward with a plan, because there's one thing that we have no control over, it's the past, because it's existed, it's an illusion now, it's gone, and we live in the present moment only. So they're indicating there's more blessings in the future. So don't be looking back, because you'll miss the blessings that are coming towards you in the future, okay? The outcome energy, actually, I want to clarify that a little bit more for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding this Ten of Cups? The Six of Cups, we got the Six of Cups again. The Six of Cups, if you look up the meaning of the Six of Cups, it tends to mean, you know, looking back at the past with rose-tinted glasses, and that we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't get stuck in the past. We can remember it in order to learn from it, but it's important not to get stuck there, because we'll miss the present moment. And we've got the Hermit, which is, again, learn from the past, be inspired by it to move forward. The Hermit card is a card of reflection. It is a card of being honest with yourself. Look at the things in your career that didn't work in the past as well, because we learn from those things and learn from the things that did work and the areas that you enjoyed working in. And when you realize where you feel good, where your intuition says this is where I'm meant to be, then that is the path that you should be following, okay? The Hermit also indicates that some of you may think about returning back home to work, or wanting to work from home. Some of you may be trying to get a second stream of income up there in order to work from home, or because the Hermit is all about the home space, or, you know, building some sort of like protective cave where you work, that sort of energy. So I feel like you withdrawing, okay? Also, I feel if you are re-entering the workspace, or if we got the Queen of Cups again, so your guides are giving you the exact cards that you need to get. They keep coming up, so this means that you're actually getting the same cards. So if some of you are returning to the work environment after having children, or taking a sabbatical, or you've simply lost your motivation for a while, I get the sense that you are regaining your motivation and are going to find your way. If you've lost direction, I get this energy of you returning to better times and to, you know, keeping your dreams alive. The Queen of Cups is a card of, you know, keeping your dream alive, doing what you do with love, and realizing that you are a gift when it comes to your career. The Seven of Pentacles also indicates you working really hard, and sometimes you can feel a little bit disappointed if you feel like you've been working so hard with little reward. Sometimes it can feel like people don't appreciate who you are or what you offer, and you just seem to be just nose to the grindstone, working, and you feel like you're just stationary or just at a plateau where you're not actually making progress. But your guides want you to be aware you are making progress. This is success. This is success waiting just around the corner for you. The Seven of Pentacles says you're not afraid of hard work, and you will reap the benefits, you will reap the rewards. But you have to ask yourself, some of your tasks that you have to do are just not worth it. Some of the things that you perhaps are doing right now can be delegated, or are not a necessary part of your path, so you can release those things. Seven of Pentacles is also about finding alternative routes, finding a new strategy to make whatever it is that you do work, okay? This is about you reflecting on your progress and asking, has all the hard work been worth it? The answer will be yes. The Empress is your overarching energy, which means everything you've worked hard for, all those seeds that you have sown, will come to fruition and will be rewarding, okay? You will be able to sit back and thank yourself and be proud of all the hard work that you've done, and that abundance will be bestowed upon you because you've worked really hard for it in the first place, okay? And no one can take that away from you. The Empress card is your sort of overarching outcome energy, which means reward. There's going to be a lot of productive moments in the next 4 to 5 weeks. You're very talented at what you do. You have a lot of skills. The Empress also indicates that you're very creative. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. You have a lot of gifts that are natural, okay? And use those gifts in order to inform your work and be very, very successful. Some of you, I mean, I see you you've got two cards of being very attractive, and I'm not just talking aesthetically, I'm talking in terms of business. You are attracting a lot of opportunities towards you because of the way you operate, because of the way that you work, because of your skills. So if you're looking for a new outlet or new opportunities, they are headed in your direction. Some of you are sort of trying to launch or set up a new business or set up a new idea or a new working practice in your career, and I feel like it's going to be very, very fruitful. It also gives you more time for you. I actually see, and they're giving me a song, this song, it's just sort of going round and round in circles, this song. It's just saying, free, free as a bird, free as a bird. They're not giving me anything more than that, but what they are giving me is, I feel like this was one of, they're showing me a very famous face now, right now. So famous, but I'm a little bit clouded because I've been a bit unwell. So trying to connect to this person's face. John Lennon, that's it. Very famous person. One of his last songs is what I'm getting. I hope that's right. They're just showing me his face. So free, free as a bird. I must have heard that song a long, long time ago. I don't know the lyrics. All I'm getting is free, free as a bird. So some of you may be launching something that gives you more freedom, or that song will play on the radio over the next 4 or 5 weeks as a sign for you that there is some abundance headed your way, something you've worked really hard for, something that you've toiled, blood, sweat, and tears, that you've been trying to accomplish, that is your goal. So listen out for that song, because it indicates that there is reward headed your way, and the reward is something you've been wanting, okay? Success looks differently for everybody. So whether you are someone who works in the construction industry, the farming industry, or whether you are someone who's an artist, or who works in healthcare, whatever it is that is your goal, okay? This is something that you're going to hear good news about. Listen out for that song, okay? Now, also the Empress indicates better working practices. So you're going to be nurturing yourself a little bit more, building healthy boundaries and saying no sometimes to things that you feel are too much. You're going to, show people your boundaries at work. It's so important to have healthy working practices that you can say, I'm not going to take on too much because it's just going to overload me and I'm going to feel completely exhausted, where there may be other people who work alongside you who are not doing as much for the same money or more. So I definitely see you actually standing your ground and empowering yourself over the next 4 to 5 weeks. Now we've got the 7 of Wands here, which indicates you're not giving up on a goal or a dream. There's this energy here of you going the distance, being unstoppable and engaging in sustained effort, okay? So there may be moments where you may have felt exhausted, or you may have felt that you didn't have support, or you felt people have not supported you or appreciated what you've done, but you're going to show them. You're going to show up and stand up, and I see you accomplishing something great. The 7 of Wands is a card of, not conforming. It's about self-confidence and, being inspired to move ahead despite competition, despite obstacles. And if anybody's not happy with the path that you've chosen, then that's their problem. It's not their life, it's yours. I just get this energy of you also finding inspired solutions to anything that you've encountered as an obstacle, okay? You are at the top of your game. So if you've been mixing things up and putting your resume out there to see if there's any other opportunities that bring you more abundance or more money, or more benefits, I definitely see you being ahead of any competition or ahead of anybody else, and you getting that opportunity. So if you've been putting the feelers out there, because I get this energy of you being far-reaching, so if you've been doing that, I definitely see sort of opportunities headed your way. Now, the 5 of Swords is a card of sort of brainstorming. It can be that you are trying to creatively brainstorm new ideas, trying to find an alternative route, trying to find solutions to problems, because the 5 of Swords can present like a mental anxiety, or it can mean that there's conflict or you're overthinking something. Also, I would be mindful, the Five of Swords with the Seven of Wands, your ideas are really good. Hold true to your vision, but make sure you be careful with who you trust with your ideas, because the Five of Swords can be sabotage, okay? Or someone trying to take credit for your ideas, whether it's your boss, whether it's someone in a position of power, or whether it's someone who, you know, has just been listening out to your ideas and thinking, wow, that's a really great idea. Taurus, Taurus has got some really great ideas. Maybe I could get there before Taurus and do it before them. So I just get this energy. So watch out for that as well. Now, the Five of Swords can also be a card of letting our fears sabotage our sort of intentions. And your guides want you to be aware that you are the master of your craft. You're already naturally talented and gifted at what you do. And any skills that you've learned along the way only enhance that natural ability that you already have. So they want you to be aware that when you feel moments of doubt, remember, oh wow, they just said adjust your crown, adjust your crown. So now that can mean two things. That can mean, you know, sometimes figuratively it's like adjust your crown and realize how important and how good you are, how regal you are, as it were. But it can also mean adjust your crown. The crown is to know. So adjust your knowingness. Know that you will be successful. Know that you are going to be at the top of your game and achieve your goals. Now, right now, they're showing me a very important figure. There can be lots of famous people for you, my beautiful Taurians. This is very interesting. I don't normally get lots of famous people. They're showing me Muhammad Ali right now, and how his faith in himself and his skills and ability was unwavering. And they want you to be aware of that, to carry that strength, that knowledge, and that courage within you. Know that you are the best at what you do, and you will naturally become that because you tell yourself what you are. And if you tell yourself you're not good enough, then that's exactly what you will become, because you will lose the motivation to move past any obstacles. And they want you to be aware, the more you tell yourself that you are awesome at what you do, because you naturally are, they just want you to realize this about yourself. It's not you building yourself up falsely. This is something they want you to become aware of within yourself. And the more you tell yourself that you are good at what you do, you're naturally talented, the more you realize that, the more you will actually attract the success you seek, or the position that you desire within your career, okay? The Nine of Cups, yes, you will have everything you desire. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfilled, okay? As you can see, that person there, they are pretty chuffed with themselves. They're really happy with their who they are and what they've accomplished. And the Nine of Cups indicates that you will attract more of what you want. This is a card of satisfaction, of wishes coming true, of pleasure, of a life of fulfillment, the good life, and success. This is what you are actually attracting. Don't let that Five of Swords chip away at your confidence, because you're setting out quite confidently there. But if you see anyone with the Seven of Wands who could rival you, or you feel in some way is trying to knock your confidence, hold true to what you believe, and that is that you are awesome at what you do, and you will be accomplishing whatever it is you wish for, okay? Because you're putting in the hard work there as well. I'm just going to go one more for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Ace of Pentacles. As you can probably be aware already, I'm only taking the uprights in this deck. Ace of Pentacles can indicate a new job on the horizon, but it can also indicate a new opportunity or a raise, a promotion. Some of you may be setting up your own business, and you know, I definitely see more fortune headed your way. Aces tend to be new, guided by the universe. It could be the start of a new project or a start of a new idea that brings a lot of financial reward, a gift being given from the universe, okay? This is a card of materialism, material gain. So I definitely see you attracting more income in terms of your career, whether it is through a new opportunity, you putting your resume out and getting a new opportunity, or whether it is in terms of a raise or promotion. I mean, this time of year, companies tend to, if they've been, if they've done well throughout the year, they do offer a bonus type thing. So there could be a bonus coming your way as well. But the Ace of Pentacles indicates whatever it is you're attracting, there is financial gain attached to it, and you will be able to save a little bit more money than you've been able to save for a while. I feel that energy attaching itself to you over the next 4 to 5 weeks. Okay, these two cards in itself indicate you're attracting more wealth, and your wishes financially will be revealed and achieved. Okay, now the Queen of Cups indicates hold true to your vision, hold true to your dreams, but also make some time for you, get self-care. This is a card of sensitivity, so I feel some of you are very emotionally invested in your career, and you understand what you need to do in order to accomplish whatever it is you set out to. You're really a good people person as well. You have a lot of empathy with this card, so I feel like you will employ that that empathy, that passion, that mental prowess. You will employ all those skills, that passion that you have in order to move yourself along, because sometimes talent alone cannot get you to where you want to go. Sometimes people are bestowed, intense talent has been bestowed on some people and they waste it. They do not know what to do with it. But I feel that you are very, very gifted, my beautiful Taurus, where you know what to do with your talents. You know how to use them. You're very good at sort of compartmentalizing what you need to do in every given moment in your career. And if you've been searching for direction, I definitely see you finding a path to get to where you want to go and keeping your dream alive. Your dream is actually becoming a reality. Okay, some of you with that Queen of Cups energy, I see you using your spiritual gifts to set up a second stream of income, or perhaps it becomes a main stream of income. This is a card of being someone who is caring, who is devoted. So some of you may go into healthcare, or you already work in healthcare, or some of you are setting up spiritual practices or divination practices, things like yoga or mentoring, or Reiki, or even like tarot. Perhaps you're setting up your own YouTube channel. I definitely see this energy of you finding alternatives to make sure you're in a secure position. It's such a cliche, but I know everybody uses it all the time, but I am getting this energy of, second, third, fourth streams of income. So perhaps you are being really entrepreneurial and trying to find a way to earn money in lots of different streams so you can have more time for you, because the ultimate end game energy right there is that Queen of Cups. How can I have more time for me and my family? How can I streamline my energy to work smarter but not harder? So I definitely see that for you. Okay, that Ace of Pentacles also indicates that there is new money headed into your arena as well, that brings a lot of success. Some of you may be buying a home as well. I know that's not part of your career, but I see that as something that you may be trying to accomplish at this time. I feel like you may be holding off for a little while, especially because of inflation and interest rates, but I do see that by January, February, that is something perhaps you will accomplish, because I see prices of things like real estate and everything like fluctuating and going down to affordable sort of energies. That's an obvious thing to say, but for some reason it's showing up in your reading, so it must be someone's thought process that's really strong right now. Sometimes we're working towards certain goals and dreams that are outside our career, and they sort of come through in the reading as well. So perhaps you're trying to do that. Now, your final cards are frame, steady income, and it says organizing, accomplishments, art design, home-oriented, self-employed. That definitely came up here in your reading. As I said, some of you may be trying to work from home or set up a second stream of income. So it's about you reframing how you work, and you having something that you're going to win and accomplish that you will actually remember for a long time. That frame is something that you will remember for a long time. We've also got clover, sort of indicating some sort of luck being sort of mixed into everything for you, but I feel you are someone who works really hard and you tend to make your own luck, so you'll be proud of what you've accomplished. It says good fortune, chance, finance, outdoors, surprises. Okay, and we've also got pendulum, fluctuating income. It says indecision, new strategies, seasonal work, job changes, making choices. So I definitely see this energy of different streams of income. As I said, like there's one sort of steady stream of income here, and then fluctuating financial things happening. But I see new strategies, new working practices, and you finding direction. Some of you will have job changes that are really positive, much more positive than you're anticipating, okay, is what I'm seeing here as well. But in fluctuating and uncertain times, I see you putting yourself in a really good position. Be mindful of a little bit of office politics, because I definitely see that there could be some office politics going on in the next 4 to 5 weeks, a little bit of drama going on, but I feel hold true to who you are, lead with integrity, and I feel like you will bypass that. I would also say, if there is anyone sort of rejoining your company, someone who may have gone off on secondment or have taken a break and then comes back into the working environment, be mindful of gossip with this person. It's not that I don't trust this person's energy, I would just be a little bit mindful of their energy, because they want to get back into the working environment, they want to make their mark, and I feel like they may use underhanded tactics to get a little bit further. Okay, so just be a little bit mindful about gossip. Okay, I would just say that. Now I'm just going to go and get some runes before we close. Also with that Six of Cups, I would say there may be a place that you separated from, either recently or many years ago. They may shock you by trying to get back in contact, okay? I keep getting this energy of you not really looking backwards, looking forwards. So, I mean, do your due diligence. You have free will, but I get this energy of you really remembering how they treated you. Really remember, okay? And if you were not happy there, but you feel like the money was good or things like that, remember, self-care is important, okay? They want you to be aware of that. Now, the runes you got here, we have potential. This is the hero rune, you being the hero of your own story. There's an energy here of freedom, so more time for you. Also, you committing yourself to your goals and dreams brings a positive outcome, a positive conclusion. So this also can connect to endings and new beginnings. So some of you, it is also a material rune, so I do feel that there is more material gain attracted to you, but it may come with a new beginning. So some of you may decide to take on either a new project or a new career itself, or even a new job, or you're setting up your own stream of income on the side and new income comes in as well. And finally, we have okay, so this is ambition, light. This is breakthrough, growth. So it's a very positive rune, this one. This is about major breakthroughs and positive steps forward towards your goals and dreams. And there being financial growth, okay? If you've been going through hardships in your career, or you've been feeling stuck in a rut, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And you may not feel like it right now, but you're headed in the right direction. And after a little bit of a testing time, things turn good for you, and I see a real positive breakthrough, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Taurians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Again, apologies for the delay and a little bit for my voice as well. It's in and out sometimes, but I will be back to best in the next couple of days. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians, and love and light.